friends, it is time for reading and then daily 5. So today, this is one of Miss Kaysen's all-time favorite authors. Oh, you putting your coat away? Kevin Hinkey's. We will study Lily's Purple Plastic Purse this week, and then next week we will read Chrysanthemum. So, the author of Lily's Purple Plastic Purse is Kevin Hinkey's, and he was the author and the illustrator. Who can raise their hand and tell Miss Kaysen what the author and illustrator does? Macy, will you bring that to Miss Kaysen? It's mine. Oh, I'm looking for someone that has their hand raised. Thank you. Only one person knows what an author and an illustrator is. What?
I know what it is.
Olivia, what's an author?
It writes the words.
An author writes the words. Regan, what's an illustrator?
Who writes the pictures?
Draws the pictures. Today, we're going to be practicing this strategy called predicting. Who remembers what it means when we predict? Does anyone know what it means? Remember? Only Olivia? Guys, are we awake in kindergarten? Macy, what's it mean when we predict?
It's something that you read.
It means we take clues from the story and we make a best guess.
That's why I said
Yeah, we take clues from the pictures. Okay. So, Lily's Purple Plastic Purse. I love school. Lily loves school. And her friends say, wait for us. Reagan, will you look at our iPad and see if you can see the pictures on our book? She loved the pointy pencils.
I can see them.
Thank you. She loved the squeaky chalk. And she loved the way her boots went clickety-clickety-click down the long, shiny hallways.
I can see it.
I'm going to hold it. Lily loved the privacy of her very own desk. She loved the fish sticks and chocolate milk every Friday in the lunchroom. And most of all, she loved her teacher, Mr. Slinger. Yes, Kate?
Mr. Slinger.
I know, it's almost lunchtime. What?
Who's Mr. Slinger?
Mr. Slinger is her teacher. And she says, straws make everything taste better.
What?
Mr. Slinger was as sharp as a tack. He wore artistic shirts. He wore glasses on a chain around his neck, and he wore a different colored tie for each day of the week. Wow, said Lily. That was just about all she could say. Wow. Instead of greetings, students, or good morning, pupils, Mr. Slinger winked and said, howdy. He thought that desks in rows were old-fashioned and boring. Do you rodents think you can handle a semicircle? And he always provided the most tasty snacks, things that were curly and crunchy and cheesy. I want to be a teacher when I grow up, said Lily. Me too, said her friends, Chester and Wilson and Victor. Sit down quietly, please, with your mask on. Make sure your mask is over your mouth and your nose. At home, Lily pretended to be Mr. Slinger. I am the teacher, she told her baby brother Julius. Listen up. Lily even wanted her own set of deluxe picture encyclopedias. What's with Lily? Asked her mother. I thought she wanted to be a surgeon or an ambulance driver or a diva, said her father. It must be because of her new teacher, Mr. Slinger, said her mother. Wow, said her father. That was just about all he could say. Wow. And it says, teachers know everything. Excuse me, come join us on the carpet. We're not working on that right now. Whenever the students had free time, they were permitted to go to the light bulb lab in the back of the classroom. They expressed their ideas creatively through drawing and writing. Lily went often. She had lots of ideas. She drew pictures of Mr. Slinger, and she wrote stories about him, too. During sharing time, Lily showed her creations to the entire class. Wow, said... Come here. Wow, said Mr. Slinger. That was just about all he could say was wow. And at the very last second, Mr. Slinger saved the cold, starving elderly. Big, friendly Mr. Nice Man teacher, by me, Lily. She wrote a book. All right, I'm going to pause. I need to grab my glasses because I'm getting a small headache. And while I'm pausing, I'd like my friends to please fix their bodies. Give me a thumbs up up if your body is doing what it's supposed to. Because I have a few friends that are not sitting how they should be. They're not being respectful to their friends. Because, so I normally wear glasses. I just started wearing contacts in August when school started. So my eyes are still transitioning, and so they like the feeling of glasses. And so when I don't have glasses on, it gives me a headache, especially if I don't have contacts in, but I do. But it just feels better on my eyes. Okay. Thank you, Reagan. Where's your mask at, buddy? Okay, so you just got finished on the big, friendly Mr. Nice Man teacher page. When Mr. Slinger had bus duty, Lily stood in line even though she didn't ride the bus. Lily raised her hand more than anyone in class, even if she didn't know the answer. And she volunteered to stay after school to clap erasers. I want to be a teacher when I grow up, said Lily. Excellent choice, said Mr. Slinger. One Monday morning, Lily came to school especially happy. Cameron, Caden, and Reagan, grab your magnetic board, whiteboard, and
Kyger.
Yes, Kyger, not Caden. Kyger. Lily stood in line even though she did not ride the bus. Lily raised her. Miss Kaysen is wrong, on the wrong page. She got distracted. All right, one Monday morning, Lily came to school especially happy. She had gone school shopping with her Grammy over the weekend. Someone's talking over Miss Kaysen. Lily had a new pair of movie star sunglasses, complete with glittery diamonds and a chain just like Mr. Slinger's. And she had 3 shiny quarters. And best of all, she had a brand new purple plastic purse that played a jaunty tune when it was opened. Kiara, you have till the count of 5 to be on your dot. I've asked you twice. 1. Quickly. 2. I've asked you twice to be on your dot. 3. Leave them there. 4. Thank you. Lily wanted to show everyone. Not now, said Mr. Slinger. Listen to our story. But Lily had a hard time listening. Lily really wanted to show everyone. Not now, said Mr. Slinger. Let's be considerate of our classmates. Lily had a hard time being considerate. Lily really wanted to show everyone. Not now, said Mr. Slinger. Wait until recess or sharing time. But Lily could not wait. The glasses were so glittery, the quarters were so shiny, and the purse played such nice music, not to mention how excellent it was for storing school supplies. Look, Lily whispered fiercely. Look, everyone, look at what I've got. Everyone looked, including Mr. Slinger. He was not amused. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there. Now, based on what we've read in the picture clues, what do you think will happen next? Raise your hand if you have a prediction. What do you think is going to happen next in the story? What do you think, Kate?
That Mr. Slinger's gonna get mad.
Mr. Slinger might get mad. Why do you think Mr. Slinger's going to get mad?
Because she did what she wasn't supposed to do.
Because she did what she wasn't supposed to do. That's a good prediction. Dakota, what do you think?
He's gonna be mad.
Mr. Slinger's going to be mad. Why do you think Mr. Slinger might be mad?
Because she's not paying attention.
Yeah, she's not paying attention to Mr. Slinger. Good job. That was a tough one. She's playing. Olivia, what do you think?
He might send her down to the office.
He might send her to the office. Kiara, what do you think?
And you have to leave?
She might have to leave. Elliot, what do you think? What's your prediction?
She likes some music, that's why she opened his purse.
There was music playing when she opened her purse, yeah.
But she liked it to dance.
She likes to dance. That's a good prediction because she does. It looks like she's dancing in the picture. Kaden.
Get in trouble?
She's going to get in trouble. Now, Swade, you want to share your prediction?
Get in trouble?
She might get in trouble. Now, if you look at Mr. Slinger's face, does he look happy?
I can really see the back.
No. right, here we go. That's okay. Ella, are you ready? We're going to find out if our predictions are correct. I'll just keep your things at my desk until the end of the day, said Mr. Slinger. They'll be safe there, and then you can take them home. Lily's stomach lurched. She felt like crying. Her glasses were gone. Her quarters were gone. Her purple plastic purse was gone. Lily longed for her purse all morning. She was even too sad to eat the snack Mr. Slinger served before recess. That afternoon, Lily went to the light bulb lab. She was still very sad. She thought and she thought and she thought, and then she became angry. Who knows what angry means?
It's a mad thing.
Swade, what does it mean when you're angry?
It means stay mad.
It means mad, but it means extra mad, super mad. She thought and she thought and she thought and she thought some more, and then she became furious, which is super, 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 super mad. She thought and she thought and she thought a bit longer, and then she drew a picture of Mr. Slinger. It says, big, fat, mean, Mr. Stealing Teacher, bad, claws, thief, bad, wanted by the FBI. I do not want to be a teacher when I grow up anymore. Right before the last bell, Lily sneaked the drawing into Mr. Slinger's backpack. When all of the students were buttoned and zipped and snapped and tied and ready to go home, Mr. Slinger strolled over to Lily and gave her her purple plastic purse back. It's a beautiful purse, said Mr. Slinger. Your quarters are nice and jingly. Those glasses are absolutely fabulous. You may bring them back to school as long as you don't disturb the rest of the class. I do not want to be a teacher anymore when I grow up, Lily said, and she marched out of the classroom. On the way home, Lily opened her purse. Her glasses and quarters were inside, and there was also a note from Mr. Slinger. It said, today was a difficult day. Tomorrow will be better. There was also a small bag of tasty snacks at the bottom of her purse. Lily's stomach lurched. She felt like crying. She felt awful. Lily ran all the way home and told her mother and father everything. Raise your hand if you can tell me, why do you think she's upset now? What do you think, Dakota? Why is she upset?
Because he was mean and then he was nice.
And what did she do?
She wrote a bad picture.
She wrote a mean note and gave it to him. Instead of watching her favorite cartoons, Lily decided to sit in the uncooperative chair. I'll stay here for 1,000,000 years for Mr. Slinger. Why does everything always happen to me? 1051, 1052, 1053. That night, Lily drew a new picture of Mr. Slinger, and she wrote a story about him too. Lily was really, really sorry, so everyone forgave her, even her parents, even her stinky baby brother, even her especially incredible teacher, and then the sunshine and smiley face down on everyone and everything, even the bugs and worms. And it said, listen up, I forgive everyone. Kind, good, nice, could be principal, worms, bugs. I'm really, 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 really sorry. She said, I'm an author. Lily's mother wrote a note, and Lily's father baked some tasty snacks for Lily to take to school the next day. I think Mr. Slinger will understand, said Lily's mother. I know he will, said Lily's father. And her dad says, how could he resist my no-frills cheese balls? And Lily wants to know, what does the note say? The next morning, Lily got to school early. These are for you, Lily said to Mr. Slinger, because I'm really, 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 really sorry.
I know why sorry.
Mr. Slinger read the story. He looked at the picture. He read the note. He sampled the snacks. Wow, said Mr. Slinger. That was just about all he could say. Wow. What do you think we should do with this? Asked Mr. Slinger. Could we just throw it away? Asked Lily. It's the mean note she wrote. Excellent idea, said Mr. Slinger. During sharing time, Lily demonstrated the many uses and unique qualities of her purple plastic purse, her shiny quarters, and her glittery movie star sunglasses. And she is holding the purse and she said, it's like having an extra pocket with a radio inside. 3 quarters are even better than a dollar bill because they make noise. And glamorous protection from harmful rays. Then she did a little performance using them as props. It's called interpretive dance, said Lily. Mr. Slinger joined in. Wow, said the entire class. That was all they could say was wow.
There's so many wow.
There is so many wows.
Wow.
Okay, catch a bubble. We're almost done. Throughout the rest of the day, Lily's purse and quarters and sunglasses were tucked safely inside of her desk. She peeked at them but did not disturb them. Right before the last bell rang, Mr. Slinger served Lily's snacks to everyone's delight. What do you want to be when you grow up? Asked Mr. Slinger. A teacher, everyone responded, and Lily's response was the loudest. Excellent choice, said Mr. Slinger. As the pupils filed out of the classroom, Lily held her purple plastic purse close to her heart. Mr. Slinger was right. It had been a better day. Lily ran and skipped and hopped and flew all the way home. She was so happy, and she really did want to be a teacher when she grew up. That is, when she didn't want to be a dancer, or a surgeon, or an ambulance driver, or a diva, or a pilot, or a hairdresser, or a scuba diver.
Why is there literally a rip?
The book got ripped last year.
So, tape it.
I know I need to. That story is over. So I'm going to show you what our center work is today, and then we're going to go over how we do centers. While I'm getting our center work ready, I want you to turn your body to the board because I'm going to tell you what our new sight word for this week is. Yes, Grayson?
When are we going to get like the centers?
We're about to go to centers.
No, like that.
Yes,
Where is he supposed to be right now?
with title.
Okay, he's trying to tell me it's supposed to go that way.
Yeah, with Miss Hodge.
That's so fun. Okay, come here.
All right, so we're going to go over our sight word by. All right, ready? Please sit up.
That's sweet, Mom. Can we
Sit up, not stand, just sit. Sit up.
Why is that so short?
Because it's a short sight word. So who can tell Miss Kaysen how to spell the sight word my? How about we all tell Miss Kaysen how do you spell it? M-Y, my. Now we are rainbow writing my today when it is time for independent work. So we're doing centers a little differently this week because when we start kindergarten, we start by learning what each center is. We started by learning what read to self was. Then we learned listening to reading. And then last week we learned our ready. And we've learned all of our centers. So now we're going to put all of that together. Oh no. Miss Kaysen deleted it to make room for our videos. Let's see if I can find it. Yep, I got it. Okay. So, let's go back to rainbow writing. There it is. Okay. So, here it is. Let's see if I can get it to stay. So, remember, who can remind Miss Kaysen what's the first thing we do?
Write your name.
Wait, I like how your hand was raised. What's the first thing we do?
Write our name.
Write our name. So, Miss Kaysen. Now, I'm writing my sight word, my. So So Miss Kaysen likes to write the sight word up here. M-Y, so I don't forget. I'm going to start with orange, and I'm going to write with my best handwriting, or else you'll have to redo it. My. Now, can Miss Kaysen stop right here? No. Last week with and, a lot of my friends stopped right here, and there was a whole part of the rainbow.
I did.
You have to finish the rainbow.
And
Then I'm going to pick my next color.
Pick red.
My. M-Y. My. M-Y. My. M-Y.
Can we color the clouds?
You may color the clouds. I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that too.
Okay. Then I need blue. You may be able to, I'm not sure, but you may be able to fit more than one right here.
If you go small.
Okay, so I'll leave that there.
Well, then,
Well, you guys all how to do it, didn't you? You know how to do it. So, now, I explained to you that centers will be different. So, Kate, can you stop the iPad because it doesn't need to record this. It didn't even record me on that one.
no,